Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri Ann Richerson.com. I'm taking care of the vlog today. Today is April the 9th, and in 1865, today was the day that Robert E. Lee surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant, effectively ending the Civil War. It ended the war in the Eastern Campaign area. Basically gave up the Army of Northern Virginia, and the Western and Trans-Mississippi areas continued to fight a little bit longer, but effectively, the war was over. The surrender took place at the McLean House. It was Wilmer McLean's house in Appomattox Courthouse. That was the name of the town, was Appomattox Courthouse. And his house was the scene of the surrender. The paperwork was signed and everything. And afterwards, souvenir hunters stripped the house bare. I mean, they stripped the wallpaper off the walls. They took anything and everything that they could walk off with. Basically left the house a shambles. And this was Wilmer McLean, who originally was living at the start of the war near Bull Run, basically the site of he was in Manassas Junction area, so the site of the first Battle of Bull Run was on his front porch, and afterwards he had moved to get his family away from the war, and they had moved to Appomattox Courthouse. And so effectively the war started on his front porch and ended in his parlor. But Lee managed to save as many of his men as he could. That was part of why he decided to surrender, was he knew it was just a matter of time, and he was trying to protect his men best he could. He knew that if they kept moving and kept fighting, eventually, he knew they were going to lose. It was just a matter of, when and, how bad of casualties. So he made arrangements and surrendered. And, like I said, it basically ended the war. Joseph Johnston continued fighting over in the Western Campaign area, over in Tennessee. He lasted another, I think it was about another month. But the war, I think it was maybe May 10th, was the final surrender of the war. But this pretty much sealed the fate of the Confederacy. Richmond had fallen, so the Confederate capital had fallen. Jefferson Davis was on the run, as president of the Confederacy. He was trying to avoid capture. He eventually surrendered and wound up being sent to prison down at Dry Tortuga. But quick little history lesson. The war had started in 1861, ended in 1865 on April 9th, more or less. So anyways, I think that's going to do it for today. I don't really have anything else that I really want to talk about today. But Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Subscribe. We are still trying to reach 5,000 subscribers. And we will see you again tomorrow, and have a great evening.